What if I told you the biggest channels right now aren't always the ones you'd expect, and their success hinges on strategies you probably never even considered? Today we're going to be diving deep into the fascinating world of YouTube niches, and I'm going to be showing you one of the currently fastest growing niches on YouTube. Take a look at this channel. It's just barely 3 months old, and it's been killing it on the psychological niche department of YouTube. Today I'm going to be showing you how you could copy this exact channel strategies and start making it big, going viral on YouTube. But first, you don't have to take my word for it. Let's go ahead and check this. As you can see, this person joined YouTube on the 4th of March 2025. They currently have 81k subscribers and have currently posted 102 videos. Now let's go over to Social Blade and see what I'm talking about. Here is at Social Blade. You can see 81.5k subscribers, over 6 million views already, 102 videos, and this account was created March 4. It's barely over 3 months old. And right here we can see that this person is getting over 59,000 plus views every day. 59,000 here, 51 here, 58, 53, 43, 41, 33, 34, 41k views. I mean, the lowest view they've ever gotten in a day is around 24 or 23k. I think 24k views. So, and they've gotten about 75k views even in a day. And right here, as you can see, they make sure they post 1 to 2 videos every day. You can see +1, +1, +1, +1, +1, +2 once in a while, +2 once in a while, +1. And they post an average daily of a video and average weekly of 8 videos. You can see. And in the last 30 days, they've posted 31 videos. That's like posting 1 videos every day. And they've raked in over 1.1 million views in the past 31 days. That's crazy, guys. And right here you can see they get above 500 subscribers daily. 600, 800, 600, 500. Now you don't have to take my word for it. This person is raking in a minimum of close to $5k every week, with around 1.2 million in the last 2 million views in the last 30 days. Now, how would you create this kind of video? It's pretty easy actually, but I'm going to be showing you how to actually get started with it in today's video. As you can see, this person had a mix of Carl Jung video. He actually mixed it with the potential relationship and women and female kind of psychological aspect. So don't skip a beat. Let's get started. I'm going to be showing you how to actually replicate this exact channel and start going viral on YouTube. Welcome back to Next Lines, and of course I remain your one and only Olawale Yusuf. So today, as usual, I have already created a Google document file with the prompt you're going to be needing to get started and creating this video from the beginning to the end. And you also can start raking in thousands of views every day and thousands of dollars every month from a YouTube account with this particular niche focus in mind. Now, first today we're going to be creating the topic. As you can see, the prompt is ready for the topic. Then after that, we're going to be creating the script. I have the prompt draft out also. Then after that, we're going to be creating the images of these kinds of video. But first, let's take a look at one of the videos and see which kind of videos this person is actually creating. Now let's take a look at one of its videos and watch and see.
If a man ignores you, the most common reaction is to ask yourself, what's wrong with you? But what if I told you that his indifference actually reveals much more about his own weaknesses than about any flaw in you? Carl Jung said that what we project onto others is often just a reflection of what we fear within ourselves. So why does a man choose to ignore you? What lies behind that attitude that seems cold, but in reality hides something much deeper? What is he trying to hide from you, and perhaps even from himself? The male psyche, just like the female psyche, is full.
Now, as you can see, the kinds of video that this kind of person posts are just kind of videos that they get soulful kind of images connected with some kind of editing work, and of course with good voiceover, and he crafted everything out perfectly into a very good video to rake in this amount of views and subscribers daily. Now let's quickly do a quick play of the one I created using these strategies so you guys can see that it's actually the same thing.
What would you think if I told you that a woman's greatest power lies not in her pursuit, but in her absence? That the moment she steps back, not in fear, not in anger, but in serene detachment, she awakens something primal in the masculine psyche, something even he doesn't fully understand. This is the paradox of feminine allure. The less she clings, the more he is pulled into orbit around her. Carl Jung once spoke of the anima, the unconscious feminine force within every man, an echo of mystery, intuition, and depth that he both craves and fears. When a woman embodies this energy consciously, when she refuses to shrink herself for his comfort or beg for his attention, she becomes more than a lover. She becomes a mirror. And what does a man see in that mirror? His own hunger, his own incompleteness, his own shadow. Detachment is not indifference. It is not coldness. It is the quiet sovereignty of a woman who has touched the depths of her own soul and no longer seeks validation in the eyes of another. She knows, intimately, fiercely, that love should be a choice, not a conquest. And this unnerves him, because a man who has never faced his own void will mistake her wholeness for rejection. He will...
Now let's go over and start creating this channel. Now first you want to go over to your chart AI, whatever chart AI you decide to choose, but for today I'm going to be using DeepSeek. So here we're at DeepSeek, and what are we going to do at first? We're going to be putting in the prompt for the topic. The prompt is ready, so I'm going to just come right here and copy this prompt. Don't forget guys, I'm going to be dropping the link of this prompt in the description of this video, and of course also in my Telegram group and my WhatsApp group. So if you care to join, just go ahead, join. You're going to see this prompt right there. It's named Soul Sync Now. Now let's copy this prompt right here. Now we're going to go over to our chat AI. We're going to put this prompt there. We're just going to change a few things. Now, like I said earlier, this prompt has already explained itself, and as you can see right here, it says give me X. We're going to be changing the X to the amount of video titles or topics we need. Carl Jung inspired videos titles that combine forbidding female psychology, emotional mystery, attractions, and spiritual femininity. Each title should sound poetic, proactive, provocative, or emotionally dangerous. I mean, I've structured this prompt in a way that is going to do just what you expect it to do. So all you have to do is to come right here and change this to the X amount you actually wanted. So let's say we need a 20 topic. So give me 20 Carl Jung inspired video titles, and you just have to come right here and hit enter. Alright, so now while we wait for DeepSeek to actually does its magic, as you can see, we're getting crazy kinds of videos, topics. We're getting topics and titles like the dark allure of women who never chase, why men obsess over them, 7 forbidden truths about female detachment, it drives him wild, what a man fears when a woman embraces her shadows. I mean, these are crazy and kind of inspiring topics to actually write about, to actually make a video about. Now we're at a topic. Now what's the next thing? We're going to be creating a script. So let's head back to our Google Doc and go over to the script section and copy everything under the script. The script has been structured for you, so you don't have to make any changes in the script. You don't have to make any changes. It has been structured from the beginning to the end. Now all you just have to do is to change few things in it as usual. Now let's head back to our chat AI. Now let's put in the script right here. Let's go over here and pick a topic of our choice. So let's say I'm going to be choosing 7 forbidden truths about female detachment. It drives them wild by Carl Jung. Now let's just copy this right here. This is our topic. And we're going to be changing few things in this script, which is here where it says the title. We're going to be putting our topic right here. Then we're going to scroll all the way down to the other section where it says title right here. We're going to also put in our topic, and that's all. And we just have to hit enter and it does its work. Now let's go over the script once again. As you can see, it has been well structured. You are a master narrator reading for a psychology-backed relationship advice, attraction dynamics, and emotionally charged behavior analysis YouTube script in the Carl Jung-inspired female empowerment gene. Your task is to write a long form. I have actually dissected everything, and I'm even decided to break the script down into a lot of phases, but you could decide to read over so you can change words to the amount of words you needed. However, based on the website, based on the YouTube video we're following, as you can see right here, this person posted videos ranging from around 16 minutes to 30 something to 40 something minutes. As you can see, 18 minutes, 27, 31, 21. So it's video ranging from around 16 to 18 minutes to as much as 40. So that means we're going to be needing around 6k 5k words. So I've structured it to total around 2,000 to 5,000 words, but you can increase it whichever you like. Now let's just go over and hit enter. Now let's wait for this to actually does it in the way it does it. Now while waiting, what's the next thing we're going to be doing after getting a well-structured script from this prompt? We're going to be creating the audio. Now the next is the audio. Now let's wait for the script. Here we have the script. The 7 forbidden truths about female detachment. It drives him wild. Carl Jung. Now, what would you think if I told you that a woman's greatest power lies not in her pursuit, but in her absence? This is wonderful. Now you can see this is well created and well crafted, and all it does is after it's done creating it step by step, it's going to just tell you to continue, and it's going to generate another one. I've structured it in a way whereby once it's done, you know, AI chatbots, chat AI have a limit of around 800 to 1000 words. So once it gets to where its limit is, it's going to just tell you to type continue, so to get another part like it just did here. So all you have to do is to just hit continue right here, and it simply go over, keep creating the next part. That's beautiful, right? Now let's go over and get our audio. Now for the audio section, we want to use 11 Lab. 11 Lab is the best so far. However, you have a paid version. You need to have a paid version to use 11 Lab. However, if you don't have a paid version, you can still use the free options available on 11 Lab to create at least, let's say, one video. Let's say just one video. But 11 Lab is pretty budget tight, and you can definitely use it for more than creating just one video. There's no big deal why you shouldn't buy the premium version of 11 Lab. Look to the text to speech option. Now this is for 11 Lab, which is the paid option. Now we want to go right here, we want to select the kind of voice we need. Now you want to make sure you select a male voice. I mean, there's a lot of voice on here. You could just go to the voice library. So if you go to the voice library, you're going to be able to get a lot of voice. Let's just go over to voice library. Right here you can see where it says explore voice library. So let's click on it, and we're just going to go over to voice library, and we're going to be able to check different kinds of voices that we want to create. Or we can simply create or clone a voice like I told you guys earlier, but you need a premium version to be able to do that. So if you don't have a premium version, then don't bother. Now let's come right down here and select a voice. You can see where it says best for English. We want to go right here to where it says best for English, and we want to choose a male voice that belongs to an American. I want the voice to be deep, so you could actually put out our thoughts the way we want it. I want a deep male voice with an American. And let's see. I think I saw Adam. I think I like the Adam kind of voice. I've always heard the Adam. I think a lot of people use it online nowadays. So this is kind of way that makes a lot of people, feel comfortable with the kind of voice. Once it's the kind of voice they hear here and there, they kind of feel comfortable with it. So let's hear this Adam Stone. Let's see if it's something cool. I'm not sure it's something cool, but let's just hear.
Crazy enough to think they can change the world are the ones who do.
I think I like this.
People who are crazy enough to think they can change the world are the ones who do.
I think I like this voice. So I'm just gonna pick this. I'm just gonna hit plus, add it to my voice. Now it's added to my voice. Now I'm just gonna go ahead and create an audio with Adam. Now let's go back to the text to speech. Now we're gonna go back to our text AI tool, whichever one you decide to use. Then we're gonna copy this. We're gonna copy the script. So I'm gonna be copying the script for the first section that I got generated. Hit copy. Then we go right back to Eleven Labs. And we simply placed it right here. Now we have it pasted right here. Now we're just going to select the voice we want to use right here. Since I already have Adam added, so this is it right here. Now right here we could select a bunch of options right here. We want to slow it down a little bit. We don't want the voice to be too fast, so we want to slow it down. We want to give it a little bit slower. I mean, if it's too fast, I don't think it's gonna be okay. So let's just try to bring it down to 0.9 something. Let's leave it at 0.97. Stability, we want it to be more stable, so let's leave it at around 80. The voice needs to be stable. And similarity, low, high. Similarity, let's put it back a little bit, around 65. And the style, exaggeration. Okay, we wanted to exaggerate a lot of stuffs. Okay, we wanted to exaggerate a lot of stuff, but at the end of the day, 88% exaggeration is probably too much. So let's bring it back a little bit to around 80. I think 80 should be fine. Okay, now if that's been set, now let's go ahead and generate. Now I'm just going to hit the generate button and we're going to get started with this particular voice.
What would you think if I told you that a woman's greatest power lies not in her pursuit, but in her absence? That the moment she steps back, not in fear, not in anger, but in serene detachment, she awakens something primal in the masculine psyche, something even he doesn't.
Alright, this is cool. Now we have our audio. And the next thing is to go ahead and generate the images we'll need for this before we go ahead and start editing everything all together. Now I want to go over back to our doc file. We have the images prompt. Now here we need images for this particular context. Now right here we're going to go ahead and copy this prompt that belongs to the image, for the image section rather. Now when we hit copy, and let's go back to our chat AI. I'm going to come right here and just put this right here, and we want to change few things like we've always done. Now here we want to generate a particular amount of image. Let's say we want to generate 20 separate standalone image prompts that visually complement emotionally intense relationship or personal growth narration videos. Now we're going to give it the topic of our video. Now first, let's say 20 or 30. I'm just going to say like 30 because the video is probably going to be up to around 20 minutes. So let's say 30 images should be enough. Then let's go over and copy the topic or the title of our video. Should be right here. Here is it. We have the 7 forbidden truths about female detachments. Now let's come right here where it says topic and simply put the title right there, and let's scroll all the way down. I've already set all this up. Everything has been set up the right way, so you don't need to change anything, but of course you can read the prompt to see what it talks about, but you don't have to change anything. Now all we just have to do is to go ahead and hit enter and wait for it to actually generate prompts for 30 videos for us. Now after we get these 30 videos, if you're just tuning into us for the first time, go ahead and hit the subscribe button smash the bell icon, and of course give this video a thumbs up. Share it with your family and friend. If you have a lot of people around you wanting to go viral on YouTube, creating a faceless YouTube channel, or simply wanting to create a YouTube channel focused on a particular niche that has the ability to go viral very first and start making money on YouTube. Now right here we already have our prompt. Now the next thing to do is to get the images for the prompts and go ahead and edit our videos. Now let's add a quick walk back. For those of you that don't want to use 11 Lab, that feel like you don't want to pay because obviously the free version of 11 Lab is not going to be enough to actually create the videos, then I have options for you. Now the first option on this list is the low voice. Like I've always shared in my other videos, the LUVVOICE voice.com. I'm going to drop the link in the description. You can use this option. It also has the option of lovely voices. You can see right here where it says English. You can come right here, Jennifer. Just simply scroll down and use any of the male voice. Then you can play the speech one after the other to see whichever one you love to use. Now there's another option. You can also use ClipChamp. A lot of people are using ClipChamp to actually do this kind of things these days, and they also have lovely voice. So these two are particularly the free versions that you can use to generate all these voices. Now that we've done talking about that, so let's just go back right here and generate our images. Now for our images, we already have the prompt ready from our chat AI. We already have 30 prompts. Now what we want to do is we want to copy each prompt one after the other. Now let's start with the first one. Here's the first prompt. Let's copy it, and now let's go over to either Google Image Effects. You want to use either Google Image Effects to generate, because this is practically 100% free, or you want to use other generators like Leonardo.ai or many other ones, whichever one you decide to use. Okay, but in this video we're going to be using Google Image Effects. So let's just come right here and put in our prompt and hit create on that, and I've been using this for a while. So now you can see the lovely images that we got right here, which is cool, isn't it? Okay, now I just want to do is want to go ahead and download these images one after the other, whichever one we love. So I think I like this or this better, so I'm just going to download this too. Okay, now I want to do the same thing with all these images prompts. We want to do the exact same thing with everything. We want to get up to like 20 or 30 of the images. Then after that we're going to go ahead and start editing our videos. Image effects, we're going to come right here, we'll put in our prompts and we're going to hit enter. Alright, so now we're done generating our images. Now all we have to do is to go over to our CapCut tool. A lot of you know the reason why I'm using CapCut is because it's one of the most free version out there. I mean, it's practically free. You don't have to even pay to get started to start using it, and you can use most of the huge functions on it for free, although it's got a paid version also, but you can use most of it for free. Now what you want to do at first is we want to attach all the images that we've downloaded. So I'm just going to go over and select all the images. We want to put in all the images together. I've actually downloaded 30 plus images, so I'm just going to go ahead and select all of them one after the other. Then after we selected all the images, then we want to go back and also put in the audio, our audio file right here, this is the audio file. So I'm just going to select the audio file also. It's 3 actually, so I generated it in 3 places, but you don't have to do the same thing as mine. You could do yours differently. It's no big deal. Now let's go over and also do the same thing for the images. Right, so that should be all. That should be all for all the images, and we already have all the audios. So now what we want to do at first, we want to put in the audio. The audio should be the first thing we should actually put. So we want to put in the audio first. After putting in the audio, then we're going to put in the images. Okay, now I guess we're done with that. Then we want to put in the images one after the other. We want to put in the images right here one after the other. So look, I'm going to start from the beginning. Kind of images I love, which is about a woman, of course. I'm going to put it right here. Now I want to put in all the images right here, right here. Okay, so now we're done with the images. Now what we want to do is we want to highlight all these images and we want to expand them. We want to make sure that they are expanded from the beginning of the video till the end, which is right here. And as you can see, if you expand it too much, it's gonna go a while like this. Okay, so let's be careful, and we're gonna do it little by little, just to make sure that we're doing it the right way. Should be enough. Okay, this is good. This is enough. Now after this, we're gonna do a little bit of editing. Good. This is the first thing. Now the next thing we want to do is we want to put in something on these images to give it a flashy kind of effect. We're gonna come right here to effect, the video effect, and come right down here to retro, and you're gonna see something like black noise. We want to attach black noise to these images right here. We're gonna attach to everything. Okay, so we've successfully added black noise to all the images. Now we have the effect on all the images. Now the next thing we want to do is we want to do something. We want to come right here and we want to enlarge this so we could have a little bit bolder kind of thing to work with, and we want to put in something very, very important. Okay, so right here we want to click on each images and we want to put this, and we want to come right here where it says add keyframe. We want to add keyframe like this, and we want to scroll down to the middle right here. We want to add another keyframe, and we want to scale this up a little bit, around 115 or 120, depending on whatever it is with this we like. Let's put it at 122, and we want to scroll down to the end right here, and we want to add another keyframe, and we want to scale this back down. Now what this does is it creates an effect that gives the video a different kind of moving effect. Now let's see how it works.
What would you think if I told you that a woman's greatest power lies not in her pursuit, but in her absence?
As you can see, it's giving it an effect that moves the image forward and backward. It moves it forward, it moves it backward. Now that's the kind of effect we want. Okay, now let's simply go back and continue with the editing. Now we've done this to one. Now we don't have to do it to every one of them. We just have to come right here. We want to copy the effect. So we want to put the effect on everything at once. I think this is it. Copy attributes. Then we want to put the exact attribute on everything. I want to paste attribute on everything. Okay, so now we successfully put it on every of the images, as you can see. So each of the images had its own attribute from the beginning to the end. Now we're gonna go back and we want to put in a particular kind of music. We want to put in a background music, and we want to put in a caption. So let's come right here and hit caption. Right here we hit caption, and we simply click generate. So we're going to put caption, and we're also going to put in a background music. Now for safety of YouTube, you want to go to your YouTube account, and you want to come right to where it says audio library right here on your YouTube studio. You want to click on it, and you're going to get something like this. You want to go ahead and select what kind of music you feel that you love. Don't select anything pop, but look for something inspirational, ambient, and calm to kind of select. This is not bad. Let's download this. Now we successfully get one of these audio from YouTube. So all we just have to do is to download it and go back to our CapCut and simply attach it to our CapCut. So we're done generating the caption one after the other. The caption is ready. As you can see, we've got captions on the screen. Now the next thing we want to do is we want to edit this particular caption on the captions because I want to see what I'm working on. And we want to hit templates. CapCut's got a wide range of templates for captions, and we want to use one that it's kind of cool or one that's kind of okay with us. So we just want to scroll down and see if we could get one that is better. Okay, so let's check this or this. I think I like this better. So I'm just going to use this. Now let's use this. So we're going to apply this particular caption and we're going to see it right here. You can see the way it moves. And before that, we want to go ahead and put in some other kinds of details like effect. We want to come right down to effect. I want to see if we could do anything right here. We'll just play around with all the effects right here. Whatever it is that suits you, just go ahead and do whatever fits you, whatever you like doing, and let it work. Okay, just do whatever it is you love doing that section and let the rest do it. So I'm just going to come right back here and I'm going to try to scale it up a little bit. It's white right here, and I'm just going to give it bold if it's not bold, and I'm going to increase the font size a little bit. So I'm just going to leave it at 8. And we're just kind of going to come down here and see if we could choose anything here, if this could make a difference. You could select anything right here if you feel anything down there could make a difference, but that's just you. Whatever it is you like doing, just select it right here. But I prefer it this way. I think I like this better. I might just come right down here and select this. Let this show and select one that has to do with this. Let's see if it's going to make a big difference. I'm not sure actually, but this is yellow, so I don't know what yellow actually. I don't know if being yellow is going to make a very huge difference. Okay, so that will be all, and we just have to just save this. The one last thing we want to put in the background music we downloaded earlier. Guys, we downloaded the background music earlier. I want to go right here and import the background music that we downloaded earlier. Right here, this is it, and we want to put in the background music right here. So we're just going to bring the background music down towards right here. Okay, so we have the background music here, and we want to reduce the volume of the background music. Let's play it first. Okay, so it's so much. So when I reduce the volume of the background music, I'm just going to double tap the background music, come right here where it says volume, and I'm going to put it down right here, and I'm going to try playing it again. I think that's too much, so let's put it up a little bit. Okay, and let's do this a little bit more. Okay, I think this is okay now. I think it's better this way. So now all we want to do is we want to come right here and duplicate this background music so as to fill in all the gap. Now this is the end of this video. Now you could come right here and put in anything you like subscribe, whatever you love to put in, but this is as much and as far as this goes. Now that will be all for today's video, guys. Now don't forget, guys, hit the subscribe button, smash the bell icon, and of course give this video a thumbs up if you're enjoying this video so far.